going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is MP with MP Talk Sports, and we are heading into the final week of the NFL regular season. The New England Patriots will be playing the Buffalo Bills at home. We just played them a few weeks ago in Buffalo. We took that loss, but the score was 24-21 Buffalo. But that wasn't an overall terrible loss for us. That first half, we looked great. We scored on our first two drives. We were up 14 nothing, and we were 14-point dogs in that game. And we were up 14 nothing to the Buffalo Bills. We looked great in that first half, and it was actually exciting to watch. And then the second half comes, and we do our stupid Patriots mistakes. Stevenson fumbles, that's recovered by Buffalo. Drake Maye throws an interception down in close to the red zone. And that lateral pass to Stevenson that was fumbled and then was recovered by Buffalo in the end zone for a touchdown. So if you were to take away that touchdown, just that touchdown, everything stays the same in that game, and you take away just that touchdown, New England wins this game. Which is crazy to think because it's one of those things like, where was this all year? You clearly had potential. You made smart decisions in the first half, and then the second half you come out and you lose your consistency. And this has been our problem all year. Is we cannot stay consistent with anything. We make stupid mistakes. We have the lack of talent around Drake May, and that includes the coaches. And you would think that they would look back on that game, take all that's good, take their smart brains from that game, and roll that over into the next week versus the Chargers. And that doesn't happen. They don't do it. And we look fucking stupid in that game. We lost 40-7 in that game at home. And during that same game, Drake May got hit in the head. It was a helmet to helmet hit. And you could tell he was clearly shaken up on that play. He laid down on the ground for a few seconds. He got up. Went to the sidelines. He went into the blue tent. Then he came out of the blue tent, went into the locker room, and then just a short time later came back out, and then came back into the game. And then on the first play of him being back into the game, he takes off down the middle and runs, and then slides, and then gets a late hit on him. They did throw the flag for the late hit, but still, literally right after you just got hit in the head, you went back into the locker room, then you come back. It was not a smart decision for him to come back out in general anyway. It was stupid for the Patriots to let him come back out into the game. Especially after, since he was clearly visibly shaken up on that play. And he even said to the media afterwards, he said, "I got my bell rung," which is clear to me that that means I got my bell rung, I got a concussion. But yet, Jerod Mayo and Alex Van Pelt are both saying that Drake Maye will be the starter in Week 18, um, which is fucking stupid, uh, in my opinion. But Jerod Mayo said, "I would say right now, everything is in consideration, and we'll see how the week goes. It's the last game of the season, and we have to look forward. It's a journey. It's trying to be present and win this football game, but we have to look out the front windshield and where we want to go." When asked if Joe Milton could possibly get a chance to play in this game, he said, "It's absolutely a possibility. All things still under consideration." Uh, this game means nothing. And even though Drake May could have limited playing time in this game, I don't think they should put him in at all. Um, they let him come back last week into a game that meant nothing, and now they're gonna start him this week in a game again that means nothing. And even with Josh Allen, Josh Allen himself having limited playing time in this game, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna fucking win it because the Patriots can't get out of their own damn way. We're not gonna win this game. This game means nothing. Sit Drake May this week. uh on one of my local sports radio stations here, the guy said We don't want to be that loser team and sit out a starting quarterback if he's healthy. Drake May is not healthy, in my opinion. I've been a concussion prevention advocate for a long time. After I suffered multiple concussions and then dealt with the side effects of it for years later, um, you need to protect the Patriots need to protect Drake May, and they need to not play him. I mean, look at what happened to Tua, right? He had gotten hit in the head, suffered a clear concussion, and Miami did not protect him, and he went back out, and he got hit in the head again, and he got another concussion. And that second hit does not need to be as hard as the first hit. The second hit will cause more damage than that first hit, and all you had to do was sit out. That's all you had to do. I mean, as for next season, we obviously need to we obviously need to make big changes, and we've had to make big changes for many off seasons these past few years. Um, and we need to do something different. I mean, nothing changes if nothing changes. We need to fire Jerod Mayo and go after Mike Vrabel, who apparently is very interested in coming into New England for the head coaching job. But firing Jerod Mayo doesn't just come down to his coaching abilities. It comes down to the things that he also says to the media after the games that are very questionable statements. And to be honest, Week 18 is not his last chance to prove that he belongs in New England, that he's the man for the job in New England, because he had the opportunity to do that shit all season, and he didn't do it. And all right, you have been able to prove that you can make smart decisions in certain situations, but as much as you talk about you needing to be consistent, you say that shit every week. It's about being consistent. It's about being consistent. Then fucking be consistent. You're not consistent at all, and that's the problem. This is not your last chance to prove that you should stay in New England. You're already bypassed that. And if you continue to make the stupid mistakes when it matters the most, and then you talk shit about it and pass blame afterwards. So we need to fire Jerod Mayo, and we need to go after Vrabel. He has more experience. He has a bigger network behind him, and he has more connections, different types of connections than Jerod Mayo. And we need to be aggressive with getting him, because he is clearly being aggressive on the job hunt side, because just today, he went and spoke with the Jets. So we need to be aggressive. And if it's a mistake, it's a mistake. If it's a mistake bringing Vrabel in, it's a mistake. But what would be the bigger mistake would be keeping Jerod Mayo. I mean, our fans are literally chanting "Fire Jerod Mayo" in the stands. Um, and like I said before, we do not want to do Drake May a disservice. If we sit here on Jerod Mayo for the next few years and mess around with him and see if something happens that way, Drake May will never develop, and it's going to be awful for him. And we do not need him to go backwards, especially since he's our guy, he's our quarterback. You need to really take the time and really look at all aspects of everything and what would be best for Drake May. Um, but when we lose this weekend, we will secure the number one draft pick. And if Denver loses to the Chiefs, and this will be the first time since 1993 that we have the first draft pick. Um, so with that being said, now, like I said, nothing changes if nothing changes. You have to be super, super aggressive coming into this offseason. The first thing you need to do is not play Drake May this week. I can't even believe that I've not Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about the fact that he took that huge blow, said, "Oh, I got my bell rung," and everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, Drake Maye should play this week." No, you do not want to hinder his future by playing him this week. It's 1 week. That means nothing. You sit Drake Maye. And this offseason, you fire Jerod Mayo and you go after Vrabel. Hopefully, though, they do make some smart decisions this week to prove that we're not totally talentless on the field at least. Um, but we will see what happens. And again, consistency. You don't even know what the fuck you're gonna get. Are we gonna beat the Bills by a blowout, or are we gonna lose to the bench? But if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. I hope everybody has a great football weekend. And I'm MP, and this is MP Talk Sports.